What is going on, guys? Brewer here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be attempting the 48-hour TikTok challenge. I'm going to be picking a product, building the store, launching the ads, and we're going to try to find a product that is going to be profitable within these 48 hours. So I already have a method that I know has worked in the past. I've already found like 6 or 7 winning products with TikTok ads already. I started a small little mastermind with a group of my buddies, and we've been messing around with it and actually been getting pretty good results. But I thought this would be a fun video to make just so that you can kind of see the process unfold live and kind of see what kind of results that we get. So let's get right into the challenge. No more delays. Let's get it. All right, guys, here we are. I moved everything into my studio so we can go ahead and get straight to work on this challenge. I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen. Obviously, the goal here is to pop a winning product on the first try, but we'll go ahead and see what happens. I have a pretty solid plan as to how I'm going to do this. But before we get into the actual work and what I'm going to be doing, I kind of want to walk you through what my plan is and kind of an overview of what I'm going to do just so that you kind of know what to expect. But before we get into that, I want to talk about why I'm making this video in the first place, because I'm not the kind of person to do challenges. Anybody that knows me, I think they're super cringy and they don't really provide that much value. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is because TikTok is such a new platform, and if you don't know this, behind the scenes for the past few months, I've been heavily investing into learning this new platform, and we've been able to get some pretty incredible results. I've started a little mastermind with a few people in it. I think there's like 6 or 7 people in it, and we've all been working for the past month or so trying to test different products, different methods, and really try to master this platform because I do see massive opportunity in it moving forward. Now, during this short period of time, by implementing our methods, and we've obviously been getting better, we've been able to find about 6 winning products, and we've taken a few separate stores to over $1,000 per day in sales already. So the methods that I'm going to be using this video are already proven to work. I'm not just coming out with no experience, no idea what's going on. I am following a strategy that I have personally invested time and money into split testing and making sure that the method is actually good before getting on camera and sharing it here with you guys. Now, my original goal with figuring out TikTok ads was to get really good at it and basically replicate what I've done with Facebook ads, which, if you're not aware, what I did with Facebook ads was I got really good at them. I structured an agency so that I could scale to really high numbers. We've done over $20 million in online sales so far. And I was just able to scale a lot higher because I was managing so many different stores. I plan on doing the exact same thing with TikTok, and I'm getting to a point now where I'm super confident in our methods and that we can find a winning product for pretty much anybody on any store in any different situation. I feel like our methods are obviously not as dialed in as they are with Facebook, but it's a new platform and we're only a few months into actually figuring it out. But with the results that I've seen so far, I'm really happy with where it's going, and I do plan on releasing kind of like a done-for-you product testing and scaling system similar to what I do with Facebook ads. Now, before you go crazy in the comments, I don't know when I'm going to release that. We already have a couple clients that we're working with just to test it out, and by the way, the results are incredible, so I hope you guys are excited. We already have a client doing over $1,000 a day within 3 days of launching the product, so pretty exciting that we're already making money with TikTok. We already have a good idea of what we're doing. Plus, can't forget, this video obviously is going to be very valuable, and it's also going to be pretty fun for me to sit here, build out the store, get all these things put together, and see what the results are. And I'm crossing my fingers hoping that it works, but obviously I'm only going to do one test, so we'll see how it does. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the actual product that we're going to be testing and a little bit about the method that we're going to be using. So, the product that I chose out has been a winning product for years, but I think it has really good potential on TikTok, and I think it could do really well. And it is the infamous Lucid Dream Mask. Now, this is a mask that is supposed to induce lucid dreaming, which, if you don't know, lucid dreaming is actually trending pretty good on TikTok right now, which is why I think this product is going to perform pretty well. As you can see, it's going to cost us around $16. We're going to sell it for $38.97, and our break-even ROAS is going to be like 1.6, and our margin is going to be a 23. So I think it's a pretty solid margin. I'm trying to have my break-even ROAS below a 2, just so that when I do find a winner, it'll be super duper profitable. So I'm excited for that. So in terms of the website strategy, what we're going to be doing is just a simple one product store with a basic homepage and a basic product page. I'm not going to be doing anything too fancy here, as what I've seen, simple works best with TikTok. I know I recommend Pagefly a lot. Pagefly and gem pages with Facebook ads perform really well, but when I tested them on TikTok, they didn't perform as good, and we had issues with TikTok not registering Pagefly or gem pages as like a real website. It was saying it was under construction. So we're just going to go the basic product page route. I am going to be doing a custom domain and a custom logo, and of course my own description and probably just going to use the AliExpress images for now. In terms of the marketing strategy, the actual ad that we're going to use is basically just like a long form explanatory UGC ad essentially. So it's not going to be a quick testimonial. It's an ad where somebody's actually sitting there and explaining how the product works and what the benefits are and what lucid dreaming is, etc., etc. And I think the ad is really solid. And then we're just going to have a really simple ad copy, sending them straight to the product page. I'm not going to mess around with any fancy funnels or anything like that, as I said earlier. And then, once we prove this product out, I'm actually going to head over to Viral Ecom Ads and buy a custom content UGC ad, because usually what I recommend is you don't have to get this on the initial test, but like literally the second that you know that the product is a winner, you should most definitely go and get custom content for it, because creatives are a huge part in making TikTok ads work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and build the store. I'm going to get everything ready for testing, and then I'm going to walk you through the store, how it looks, what I did, show you a couple of the strategies that I'm using, and then after that we'll go ahead and make the test campaign together, and I'm going to schedule it for midnight tonight, and then tomorrow morning I will see you guys again and we'll see how the results of the test went. So I'm super excited, crossing my fingers, hoping that this product is a winner. I'm going to go build the store. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, we have the website done and the product page, so we completed everything that we need to do to launch this product. So I'm going to kind of run you through what I did with the website real quick, and then we will get into launching the product. So as you can see, we have sleepydreams.com, and this is the name of the website. I kind of branded it, made my own logo, stuff like that. So basic header, we have a little call to action section right here, a few testimonials, and then 3 pretty good images. And once you go to the product page, you can see, use this strategy, which I've talked about a few times in the past, where you kind of add the TM logo to make it look a little bit more legit. I added my reviews. I have a currency converter here, which is required for TikTok ads. A few different colors that I'm offering here. Super basic description, nothing crazy, and you can see all the reviews at the bottom. So I'm essentially just going to drive traffic straight to this page. So yeah, super simple store, super easy to build, didn't take me that long or too much effort. Let's launch the ads and see how it does. Alright guys, we are in the TikTok ad account now. Let's go ahead and launch these ads. So I'm going to be walking you through how I'm going to set up the campaign, just so that you can see how I launch my tests. I think it would be pretty valuable to go ahead and at least show you that. So we're going to go ahead and create a campaign here. Of course, we're going to optimize for conversions. We're going to name the campaign the name of the product. So I'm just going to call it Sleepy Dreams. Just going to click continue here. Now I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to select my pixel. I'm going to optimize for complete payment. I'm going to modify the placements, and I'm only going to show it on TikTok. I'm going to go ahead and turn off comments and video download, just so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and add Canada into the location targeting. I'm going to leave the demographics completely broad. I'm going to set the daily budget to 20. Schedule this for midnight tonight, which is the 12th. Schedule this for the 12th at midnight, which is tonight. And for the bid, I'm just going to put in $19.99, so basically the same as the budget. Now in terms of interest, I'm going to do 1 interest per ad set, and then I'm going to add on a category to the interest. So we have to choose kind of like an overhead category. I'm going to kind of scroll through these and try to pick one that I think fits the product very well. So I'm stuck between a couple of them, but just so that we can keep this video going, I'm just going to choose one of them. I'm just going to do tech and electronics for now, and I might change that later on. So head over to the categories, and we're going to select the category underneath this. Now one of the best categories so far for us has been the life hacks category, which I think does really well, because almost most dropshipping products are life hacks. In a way, they solve a problem that most people have. So, I mean, that category by itself is pretty broad, and it's performed pretty well for us so far. So we're going to go ahead and name the ad set Tech and Electronics / Life Hacks. That way we know what we're targeting. And double check that we set everything up properly, which it looks like we have. So I'm going to move on to the ad itself, and I'm going to go ahead and upload the video ad into here, and then we'll fill out this information down here. So we have our advertisement in here. Everything looks great. I'm probably going to blur it out for the respect of the actor in the video. So in terms of the ad copy, I like to keep things really, really simple. So for the display name, I usually just do the actual store name itself. I'll put a space there so it looks better. And then for the ad copy, I like to keep it super simple. Something along the lines of the name of your product and then available now or out now, something that is super simple. I don't really try to sell the product in the ad copy because every time I've tried to do that in the past, it's gotten disapproved. I don't know if it was a bug with TikTok, but I started doing this more simple style of ad copy and it started performing really, really well. So I'm just going to continue doing that. So now, call to action button, of course, shop now, same as Facebook. We're gonna go ahead and grab the product page URL, which a good idea if you're testing on TikTok, by the way, is just shorten your URLs, because all these different keywords could trigger some auto detection inside of TikTok's algorithm that could get you disapproved. So I like to just keep the URL as easy and simple as possible, especially when I'm running ads. So I'm gonna take this URL here, bring it over to TikTok, paste it in, and I'm actually going to add www. That's another thing that I would highly recommend that you do when you're putting in your website URLs. So now we just had to add a profile image, which is a little snippet from our logo, and it's pretty much done. So the whole ad is done now. It looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and click submit. And once that is submitted and created, we're going to go ahead and duplicate it 5 times. And make 5 total ad sets in the campaign. All right, so we have our ad set here that is now created. We're gonna go ahead and copy that existing campaign 4 times. And this is gonna be a preview of the new ad set. So this is kind of your opportunity to edit whatever you need to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that these are scheduled for midnight tonight. There we go. And I'm not gonna change anything else for now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click continue. And then here, I'm just gonna make sure that the advertisement is all the same and the URL is still the same and everything, so that we know that on the new ad sets, everything is gonna be the same. All right, so now we should have a total of 5 ad sets in this account. As you can see, they're all the same. So what I'm gonna do now is just go ahead and edit each of them, and I'm gonna switch out the category. So in my opinion, the categories and interests that you choose are not really that important because they're all super duper broad. Like for this one, I'm just gonna choose lifestyle, and for the other one, I did life hacks. Like I don't really think it matters all too much, at least from what we're seeing out of all the product tests and scales that we've ran so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit all of these categories, and I will get back to you guys once I'm done. All right, so we have successfully edited all 5 of the ad sets for this product test. Now, I'm super excited to see what happens here. I know that this product was a winner a couple years ago, and a ton of people have made a ton of money on it, and I'm super interested to see if we're able to take a previous winning product and make it work again with TikTok. We'll just have to see. For me, I'm gonna have to sit here all night and, with the anticipation of seeing what happens tomorrow morning, but for you, it'll be instant. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. What's going on, guys? It is day 2. I am now waking up. I just did my daily routine, and I have great news, and I also have some not so great news, but I think the good news outweighs the bad here. So I logged on and checked the store, and we actually made quite a few sales. It looks like we have 10 orders. I actually think that we made one at midnight. So yeah, you could see that we had a couple sales come in like last night, and it just tracked as yesterday for some reason. But today we did 400 in sales. Now, if we move over to the ads, all the ad sets have actually spent their entire budget already. It's only 10:30 a.m. and it looks like, ad group is out of budget on every single ad set. But let's go ahead and analyze these ad sets real quick, and let's kind of come up with a plan for what we should do next. All right, so we can see here that, if you remember, we made 5 different ad sets, and this is the performance of each of those 5 ad sets. So we have one right here that has a $6.67 cost per purchase. It looks like we have 2 that actually didn't perform that well. So this one made no sales at all. This one made a single sale. And then we have 2 down here that also did really well. So this one has 3 for the same numbers, and this one actually has 4 purchases. So obviously we have one ad set here that did really, really good with a 7.7 ROAS in total. Can't really see it because of this little question mark. But, talking about the bad news that we have here, our ads got flagged for, making big claims or whatever the reason is. It's probably just a glitch in the system. But hopefully, when we go ahead and make our new campaigns for day 2 of the scale, hopefully our new ads get approved just fine and we don't get banned. But, I'm crossing my fingers and seeing what happens. I think it'll be fine. I'm just really excited that this product worked, and we were actually able to bring out some profits on our first test, which is really, really great. As you know, I think we did a really good job building the store and the product page, making the description, stuff like that. Obviously, I think the reviews helped, but all in all, I think the creative was really, really solid. I'm kind of disappointed to see that it got flagged, but, what can we really do? So yeah, all in all, we have a 4.29 ROAS. Let's do a little profit calculation here. So you can see that we have 11 purchases. So if we go ahead and do 11 times 16, we'll calculate our product cost. So it's 176. So if we do our total revenue, it's 428 minus 176. Subtract our ad spend, and we are left over with about $150 in profits. If you move a few percentage points for refunds, transaction fees, stuff like that, then we're still left with like a pretty decent profit of like 25%-ish, which I think is really, really good. What I think I'm gonna do for step number 2 in this scale is I'm gonna take this really, really good ad set down here, and I'm gonna duplicate it into a new campaign at $100 per day. And I might do something else. I haven't really decided it yet. I still want to analyze this more and see if there's any more opportunities that I can see coming out of this. But I'm super excited to see that this product worked out well. Yeah, I guess I'll see you later when I make the new campaigns. All right, guys, so I've looked it over fully and I'm finally ready to make a decision on what I'm going to do next. Now, I have made a decision that I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive than we usually have been so far, just because I want to make this challenge end off with a bang, and hopefully we can have a pretty good day tomorrow and push a lot of revenue and a bunch of profits, and we'll all be happy. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these ad sets. So we have this one right here, we have this one right here, and we have this one with the 4 sales, and I'm going to dupe them into a new campaign at $100 per day each. And then I'm just going to make a new ad set inside of this campaign. So essentially we're going to add about $320 per day worth of spend tonight. So I want to show you how I'm going to do this. So essentially all I'm going to do is click copy on this good ad set here. I'm going to do new campaign, and I'm going to basically name it Tech and Electronics / Life Hacks $100 per day. That way I know which ad set it is, and we're just going to go ahead and duplicate that. Now I'm going to be leaving everything the same with the actual ad set except for the budget. So the bid is going to stay the same. All the placements, the targeting, nothing is going to be changed except for the daily budget, which I'll go ahead and change right now. And then of course I'm going to schedule this for tomorrow. So today is the 12th. We're going to schedule it for the 13th at midnight. Just to make sure that it doesn't spend until the new day comes. Go ahead and click next, preview the ad, make sure everything looks all good. Now we did have the issue where some of the ads weren't getting approved, or they got flagged or whatever. So hopefully these new ad sets or new campaigns get approved just fine. So I'm gonna make the other 2 campaigns right now. So we have this one that we're also gonna duplicate into a 100 per day campaign. So let's go ahead and name this now. So we named that. Let's go ahead and set the daily budget to 100 and schedule it for midnight. All right, so this one is also scheduled now. Let's just go ahead and click next and submit this one. And we also have this one that made 3 sales, so let's go ahead and do the same exact thing for this one. All right, so now we have our 3 new campaigns at 100 per day each. So hopefully tomorrow those pop off and we make bread. But let's take a look at this original campaign and go ahead and make at least 1 new ad set in here just to keep the momentum going, and just so that we can find some new interests that also work. Because I don't want to just be stuck with these 3 forever. I want to keep testing, I want to keep the momentum going, and I want to diversify. So of course, let's go ahead and duplicate the best ad set. We'll just duplicate it 1 time. And I am of course going to scroll down and make sure that it is scheduled before I do anything else. Okay, so 13th at midnight, cool. And now all I'm going to do is just go ahead and switch this out. So let's kind of browse through here and see what we have. Now that we know that the product actually works and it's profitable, I'm going to invest some more time into trying to find a better interest. So Life Hacks worked the best, so I'm going to try to do something that's like also generic and general. I think Oddly Satisfying is probably a good one. I'm just going to kind of browse through the other ones to see if there's anything else that I think would be good. I think Society would also potentially be a really good one. But like I said, I'm only going to do 1 per day. So we'll just start with probably Oddly Satisfying. And if it does good, then we know that we're on the right track. And if it doesn't, then we'll just continue testing more until we do find some new winning ad sets. All right, so we made our new 3 campaigns at 100 per day, and we also made a new ad set, so we'll see how those perform. I guess for me, I'm gonna have to wait all day, but for you, it's gonna be an instant. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Alright guys, it is now the 13th, the final day of the challenge, and I'm happy to say we have great news for the scale campaigns that we created last night. It is now 10:45 a.m. in the morning. I just went through my morning routine. I actually didn't check this when I first woke up. I kind of wanted to wait a bit. You can see on the screen that every single campaign actually spent the full budget already, which is super surprising. Usually with $100 per day campaigns, they usually spend pretty consistently throughout the day, but it seems like this account just blasts it all overnight. But it seems like this account just blasts all the ad spend overnight, which I'm perfectly okay with. It's honestly kind of normal for TikTok ads to do that. So at least we can get this video made early and I can show you guys the results as soon as possible, because I definitely am excited to share this with you. So you can see on screen what has happened. We have a total of 4 campaigns now, including the 3 that we made last night. So you can see the results from our 300 per day campaigns. One of them didn't do so hot. Let me set up the columns here. One of them didn't do so hot with a 1.95 ROAS, but it's still profitable. But I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing with that. Probably going to end up turning it off, because if you look at these other campaigns here, they did a lot better. The middle one ended up having a 2.7, which I think is pretty damn good considering it's spending $100 per day. And this one did 3.5, which is incredible. And I am super excited and hope that this continues to do this good, because if it does, we're about to make a ton of money. Now, remember we made one new ad set inside of this campaign, and you can actually see that the ad did not get approved here. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm going to look into it today, but I don't know if you remember, our ads pretty early on got flagged for some BS. I'm assuming that's what got the new one disapproved. So this ad set actually didn't end up spending, but you can kind of look at these ad sets to see how they've developed. So the 3 that originally did good are still pretty good in my mind. This one only got 1 sale today. So did this one, but this one made another one. I mean, it's a good campaign. They're good ad sets. I'll probably turn off these other 2. This one has $40 spent with 0 sales. This one has 40 with 1 sale. So obviously those are not profitable, and I'll probably end up turning those off. So there's no real point in checking the ad sets for these, because it's just a single ad set under these campaigns. But yeah, I'm super excited to share this experience, and I'm super happy that I got to document this whole thing from the very beginning, where we launched the initial test and then launching these 3 scale campaigns that did pretty damn good. Like, I think they could have done better, and I think the reason that some of them didn't perform as well is because, like, literally on day 2 we went and spent $400 in one day. I wanted to scale really aggressive just to see what would happen and push some big numbers for the video, a little bit for the flex. But I think if we took it a little bit slower, we'd be able to consistently see a higher ROAS across newer campaigns, and ultimately making more profits. So our profits on these sales are not like incredibly high. I just ran the numbers here. So if you look at our product cost, we have 34 orders and we got $16 per order, so our total product cost is approximately $544. So if you subtract that from the revenue, that leaves us with $836 after product costs, or cost of goods. And then once you subtract the ad spend, we are left with $336 in profit, give or take, a refund here, whatever, probably around $300 profit in these first 48 hours. Now, I know that that's not incredible. It's nothing to really flex about, but I do want to emphasize that I believe the reason that the profits are not super great is just because we scaled like ridiculously aggressively, and we went from, spending $100 to $400 literally in 2 days. So if you do want to make higher profits, I would take things like a little bit slower and put some more thought, let things get more consistent before you get more aggressive. And that's just my opinion. I think it would have performed a lot better. So that was the video. I guess it ended off. We made $300 in 48 hours. Super exciting. I hope this was valuable for you to watch. And like I said, if you need any help with TikTok, feel free to DM me on Instagram. My username is @NoahDBrewer. And I'll probably continue making videos on TikTok. And who knows, maybe I'll do a follow-up on this challenge depending on how it performs after I put up this video. So super excited to share this with you guys. Leave your feedback in the comments. Make sure you engage with this video, because this video really did take a ton of work. Basically took my entire focus for the past 2 or 3 days with all the preparation, all the clips, all the, everything combined. So I would really appreciate the support. Leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment. Even if you don't have anything to say, just drop a thumbs up or a fire emoji. It really helps the channel a lot. But that's it for this video. This is Noah Brewer, and I'm out. Peace.